Good morning and welcome to another short devotional for Morristown Baptist Church and also Black Rock Baptist Church. This morning I want to talk to you about Jesus comes to you in the storms of life. Mark chapter 6 verse 48 is where we're focusing this morning. I need to ask you, have you ever had a storm blow your life off of course? We all have, haven't we? We've all experienced that. In Mark chapter 6, Jesus sent the disciples ahead of him into Bethsaida. And while he himself went off to pray, it wasn't a long trip by boat, but they became blown off course in a bit of a storm. And when Jesus saw them struggling against the wind in the middle of the lake, he came to their aid and he calmed the storm. Does your life feel like the disciples today? Maybe you had no intentions of being where you are in your job or in your marriage or in your finances today. You've been blown off course by situations that were beyond your control. You feel like you should be at your destination by now. But at this point, you've kind of given up hope of ever getting there. You just want to get back home safe. Or perhaps you had big dreams for your life. Dreams that you gave up on a long time ago. You're not even worried about progress anymore. You're just wondering, can I survive this thing? What does Jesus do when you're at your moment of desperation in life? Mark 6 verse 48 says, about 3 a.m, Jesus came toward them walking on the water. Notice that he didn't tell the disciples to come to him. He knew they couldn't get there. So he went to them instead. The same is true for you and I. When we are at our point of destination, Jesus comes to you and to me. I love the fact that Jesus didn't stand on the shore and shout instructions. When you're in a storm, you don't need advice. You need a miracle. You need somebody to show up by your side. And that's what Jesus did. He intervened in the storm that the disciples were going through. This is the gospel. God doesn't stand on the shoreline telling you what to do. Instead, he comes out to meet you in your own storm, in your pain, in your fear, in your desperation, in your discouragement. He comes to you. What a wonderful God. Sometimes we feel abandoned in the storms of life, but friend, we're never abandoned. The Bible says in John chapter 14, verse 18, I will not abandon you or leave you as orphans in the storm. I will come to you. That's something you can count on, my friend. God bless. Have a wonderful day. Until we meet again, let's continue to exchange prayers daily.